Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about what I've learned so far with my first set of clients as a new realtor. So if you don't know, I got my real estate license almost 2 months ago and I've learned so very much. So within that time I have 4 clients already, but I've learned so much. So here are what I've learned. Number one, the very top thing I have learned is set boundaries. So boundaries can be what times you respond to calls and text messages. So for me, when I first started with my very first set of clients, they were texting me properties. They were already pre-approved, which was great. There is a difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified, which I could do another video on, or have my lender possibly come on here, one of them, to explain the difference. But they were already pre-approved, so all we had to do was start looking. And so what I started doing was I was up like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning looking at properties for them. We going back and forth, and it just got to the point where it was like, I have to get up in the morning and take my daughter to school. I still need time with my wife. Like, there was no boundaries of like, that's it for the night, I'm shutting it down. I just felt like as a new agent, like I had to be readily available and like answer right away, and that's not the case. Most people don't ask me like, how long have you been in real estate, or like, when did you get your license? Like, maybe, I don't even know the percentage that will ask you that. I haven't had anybody ask me that yet, unless I'm introduced to somebody like another agent and they will ask me so and so. That's it. But client wise, no. And so I had to learn to set boundaries of like, okay, after 6 o'clock I won't respond, and then before 8 o'clock I will not respond, just because that gives me time to do what I need to do. Because outside of just looking at properties for them, I also have other clients. So if I do it for one, I have to do it for all. And so it just gives me time to like mentally have my time with my wife, my time with my daughter. I just don't want to be working through, like I'm working all day. I don't want to be working all night either, because as an entrepreneur there are certain sacrifices that you make, but that doesn't have to be the case. You have to have a peace of mind or you will get burnt out. So that is 1. 2, I would say, I have my notes for you guys, you know me. So do consultations. So just don't start going out and like, okay, you got a pre-approval, you ready to go? Have a consultation and sit down with them and have a needs and wants list. So ask questions like, what are your areas of desire that you want to live in? Well, you'll see the budget from their pre-approval letter. Do you have an appraisal gap money? How much do you have in reserves? Because although you're not their lender, you still have to ask them certain questions to be able to write a competitive offer. And then they're not comfortable answering that, you can also get with, you guys might not can see me, their lender. Hold on you guys, I'm trying to fix the lighting now. Boom, there it goes. So you can also get with their lender to ask some questions as well. Do you have any criteria in your home that you want? Like, do you have to have how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms? Do you need a fenced backyard? Do you need a pool? Do you need to be on septic or sewer? Ask those different type of questions so you know how to narrow down your search for your clients. And once you do that, the very second most important thing when you have a buyer is do not go out of their areas of desire. So I'll just give you an example. Here in Birmingham, let's say my clients, this actually happened, but I'm not making it client specific. So let's say my clients were like, I want to be in Pinson, Trustville, and Irondale. So that's what we said we want to be in. And then you don't see anything in your price range. So let's say their budget is $400,000. You don't find anything that you're looking for that meets your criteria for $400,000 in those areas. So then you start saying, okay, well, I want to look in Shelby County. I want to go look in Helena and Pelham and Hoover and Bessemer and Brighton and Hueytown and Clay. Hold it. What are we doing? And I, for the first transaction, thought like, oh my gosh, like I work for them and like blah blah blah. If somebody tells you, which I've had a client tell me, you work for me, you're gonna do what I say. No, we work together, because without a realtor, any realtor, doesn't matter if you use me or not, you can't get into the home. We work together to get you the home of your dreams. And so when they start, that's called a fear reaction. So when they don't have anything on the market, sometimes you need to have that conversation with them and sit and say, hey, I know you want to close by X date, but the market is just what it is. It's crazy. There's hardly any inventory. There's people just asking hundreds of thousands, over 50,000 to 100. I've seen an offer 100,000 over the asking price, and it's just crazy. But the market is crazy, and so you have to have those conversations and say, this is the market. Sometimes we have to be patient, we have to sit, and we have to wait. Because what I did was, so they wanted to be in those areas of, we looked in their areas of desire, they didn't have anything, so we went from the top of Birmingham all the way to the south, and they still didn't like anything. And I was so frustrated, because I was like, I spent my gas, my time, y'all, I'm frustrated for them because y'all wasted y'all's time. Like, don't waste your time, their time. If it's not in their area, have a conversation with them and say, hey, has your areas of desire or has your criteria changed? Because if so, we need to regroup. If not, we are going to stay eye on the prize and look in your areas of desire. That is the second most important tip. Next, I won't go into that because this transaction is not over, so I will go into detail once I finish with these clients. I will not go there. And then if you have, unless there's just like an absolute emergency, if you have a couple, whether they're married, girlfriend, boyfriend, 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 girlfriend, girlfriend, whatever, no matter their dynamic, if they're buying a house together, you should have, it's always recommended, both parties there, because one party will like it but the other person won't, and vice versa. And so it is just best, my piece of advice, to have both parties present so you know that they're on the same page. Next, always regroup. If something is needed, always have a huddle with your team or your clients and say, hey, like I just mentioned, has something changed to where we need to talk about it? Okay, well, we got like a $50,000 gift. Okay, wait, that's a lot of, that's a good jump. And so that's going to help you with your budget to open up more possibilities for homes. So anytime that you need to regroup with your clients, don't be afraid to. Don't feel like you're working on their nerves, and vice versa with them, because they may say, you know, Jessica, we told you that we wanted a 5-bedroom, but we actually realized we only need 4. And so then you can narrow down that search, because the more bedrooms, the more square footage, the more of the price of the home. And so taking away a bedroom will open up more doors for them. And so you always want to regroup when you need. That's very important as well. And then the third most important thing I learned is you do not go and show a property until you have signed, you and your clients, a buyer's agency agreement. So what that does is that protects you and the clients, and that also protects you from wasting your time. Because if you don't have a buyer's agency agreement, and let's say you go show them 20 houses and you're thinking that, you know, these are your clients, it is a difference. When you do not have a buyer's agency agreement, they are not your clients, they are your customers, which is different. So that means that you do not owe them certain fiduciary duties and responsibilities, and so that's not good for them. And then also too, what that means is that you can go show them 1 million houses, and they find the one that they like. They can legally, not even legally, they can go to their friend that's a realtor, another person, and say, okay, here's this house we found, can you, and by law, depending on your state, check with your state, they can, that friend can show them the house, and then they go under contract, and then that friend gets your commission. Legally, it's not right, because you put in all the time, the gas, the showing, all of that. But because you did not protect yourself to have them sign a buyer's agency agreement, then that's somebody else's commission. And so also, like I said, it protects your clients as well, because you as them being your clients, you owe them every fiduciary responsibility. So that means telling them if something's going on. They're your clients, so you owe them respect, dignity, integrity, to disclose every single thing that you know of. And so that is also to protect your client. And so that means that you guys are going to be loyal to each other. So that means you cover them, they cover you in the transaction, and y'all both work together as a team to get to the closing table. So those are the tips I've learned thus far. I'm trying to think if I know any more. Those are the main ones. If I have any more, then I would do a part 2, but those are the most important things that I learned as a new agent in less than 2 months, and it has helped me tremendously. And I have found that people respect your boundaries, and I somewhat still have that little bit of fear in my mind, but I had to switch from being an employee in a corporate setting to now being a CEO of my own company, which is Joy and Vida Realty Investments LLC. That is my official real estate company, and I'll post my logo right here. But it's just, you have to learn this is a business. While you're going to be making friends and connections and stuff like that, you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your peace of mind. And I try now, like I realize, like, okay, I pick up my daughter, I'm answering phone calls and on the way home from school, so I'm not bonding with her. I get home, she's eating dinner, and I'm trying to spend time with her, but I'm like, okay, my clients are sending me houses and unless we are under contract and there is like hitting the fan, I will get to you in the morning. Because just like there has to be boundaries in your workplace, let's say you work a corporate job, do you want your boss calling you at like 2 o'clock in the morning, or you answering emails at 2-3 o'clock in the morning? You're gonna be like, I'm asleep. The same thing. I think people require and put this pedestal or this requirement on entrepreneurs to just work 24/7, and that isn't healthy, and that stigma needs to be removed. We work just like y'all work, or whomever. If you work a 9-to-5 or whatever, that's all great, because we're all here getting money. But just like you have set hours and certain boundaries at your job, and even with your company, you have to do the same with your business. So I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great week, and I love you guys. Comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on socials. I'll be going live a lot more on my social. Follow me on Instagram and everything. I love you guys. Bye.